So the 2025 Energon Universe special just came out yesterday for Free Comic Book Day. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate with my quote-unquote local comic shop. It's just a little too far away from me. But thankfully, from some friends, I was able to read it, and I really enjoyed it. And I was not going to make a video on this comic. However, there's been some discourse online about it, and again, even with that, I normally wouldn't make a video on it. People are allowed to like and dislike different things. I mean, hell, even I have not liked every single aspect of Skybound, but I still love it. I still think it is one of the greatest Transformers stories we've ever gotten, if not the greatest Transformers comic book ever. So what is this discord about? Is it centered around the fact that Daniel Warren Johnson has taken a beloved character and ruined him? Is it a bad story? Is it just a horrible stinker, 0 out of 10 story? No, in fact, you see, the reason people are getting a little upset here is because Optimus Prime is drawn with both of his regular arms in this comic. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Look, here's the issue that people are having. This is a kind of a one-shot story about Jazz finding purpose in music on Earth after being kicked out of a band on Cybertron. And people are confused because Optimus is drawn with both of his arms. If you remember back in, I believe it's issue 3, Optimus rips off his own arm to defeat Skywarp. And this is before Jazz is brought back online on Earth. And so people are coming to this conclusion that, well, one of two things are happening here. Either this issue is a spoiler for the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's story arc because Optimus has both of his arms and Jazz is alive on Earth, or, and this is the one that people seem to be more closely gravitating towards, the Skybound continuity is destroyed. Look, again, everyone is allowed to like and dislike different things in life, especially with Skybound. Skybound is not for everybody, and I understand that and I respect that. I'm not here to say that you must like Skybound, that you must like this Jazz story, that you must like everything Daniel Warren Johnson does. I don't even like everything Daniel Warren Johnson does. His first comic, Space Mullet, is fun, but it's definitely his weakest work. My point here is that I feel like we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to complaints here. The Transformers comic has never given us an established timeline. Now, it's not wrong to theorize and to say, here's what I think the timeline is. I have no problem with that. I don't do that because I don't need there to be a timeline for the story to really resonate with me. But I don't think it's wrong to theorize, especially because comics like G.I. Joe do specifically have time jumps like 6 months later, and it gives us a kind of an idea how long the story is evolving over. But Daniel Warren Johnson has never been tied down by a timeline or a canon. And this is where my big issue comes in. There's this idea that every single little piece of this comic must line up perfectly. It must. Otherwise, the integrity of the entire comic, the entire Energon universe, is thrown out the window. And that really upsets me that there are people out there that think this. I mean, does it really matter that much? Look, I enjoy an interconnected continuity canon that lines up just as much as the next person. It's fun. It's fun to see how much time and effort is put into all these little things to make sure that they line up, and oh, that thing connects to that, and oh, while this is happening, and oh, we get to see a little kind of Easter egg over here. That's cool. I enjoy that. That's fun. But do we really want that over good stories? Seriously, do we want this interconnected universe that everything lines up, but at the cost of, well, stories just not quite being as good as they are? Now, the response to this is, well, Delta, we can have both. We can have this Jazz story, but we just need Optimus to be drawn correctly. That way, it doesn't break the canon, or it doesn't spoil the end of the comics. Look. Again, hopefully my voice and my tone can get across to you what I'm feeling here. And again, this is not an attack on anybody really who watches my videos, but really mainly a rebuttal against other people on other social media platforms that I see complaining about this. Good friend of the channel, Carl's Collection from the Teletran tapes, put it together so simply and so beautifully. This was a story, was all about Daniel Warren Johnson getting a jazz story out of his head. You don't need things to line up perfectly. It, to me, does not matter if Optimus has, you know, these arms. I mean, these characters are drawn in different art styles anyways throughout the comics. How come we're not pointing at that going, hey, that doesn't line up. Hey, wait a second. This was a beautiful, beautiful story that I think is fantastic. It's just wonderful. And to say that it's not, to say that it ruins the Energon universe simply because we don't know exactly when it takes place in. And even if we did know when it takes place, and even if it doesn't perfectly line up with everything, is just a huge shame on my mind. You know, this is the similar type of thing that really upset me when I saw people online complaining that Daniel Warren Johnson should not be writing Transformers because he doesn't know who Flame War is. Flame War. Guys, I don't even know who Flame War is. I had to look her up on TF Wiki. This is what we're upset about? Oh my goodness. Look, I think the Energon Universe special for 2025 is fantastic. Obviously, I'm just covering the Transformers side of things. If you want to know about the G.I. Joe and Void Rivals, I highly suggest you check out Moonbase 3's video. He does a full recap on all of it. And I have to agree with him that this jazz story is fantastic. It's wonderful. So please, let's not discount it. Let's not throw it into the fire simply because Optimus is drawn with both of his regular arms. Let's just take it as it is. It's a Transformers story. Maybe in the future we'll know where it fits in the timeline. Maybe not. For me, personally, that's not a deal breaker. The fact that it's a good story about Transformers is what makes it a great deal for me. I don't know. That's just what I think. Again, not attacking anybody in particular here. I've just noticed a lot of discourse over this detail, and it kind of bugs me a little bit. And so I thought I would make a video on it and talk about it. What did you guys think about the overall special, that Transformer story? And, well, what do you guys think about, you know, this issue, well, this special, supposedly ruining the Energon universe? I can't even say it without laughing. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you later.